Most of what I read about Maria Valtorta, or from her visions, concerns what happened 2,000 years ago during the public ministry of Jesus principally, but also prior to that, going back to the conception of the Blessed Virgin Mary and forward to the Assumption of the Blessed Virgin Mary into heaven. But occasionally there are events which she describes in vision or encounters she has which are more contemporary. And for the feast of St. Pio of Pietrelcina, also known as Padre Pio, I will read something that she says in her diaries of 1943 about Padre Pio and her encounters with him. Now, he was a contemporary of hers. He died in 1968. She died in 1961. And as this is in 1943, that from which I'm going to read, then we have him alive at the same time as she's describing him appearing to her in a miraculous way, in a non-natural way. So it's quite a brief reading this. It concerns her diary entry of May the 13th of 1943. I shan't read it all, just the pertinent section. On the other hand, I have seen and spoken while dreaming to Padre Pio of Pietrelcina. I saw him also while dreaming in ecstasy after Holy Mass. I have seen his penetrating gaze and observed on my hand the scar of the stigmata when he took me by the hand. And, not dreaming, but wide awake, I have smelled his fragrance. No garden bursting with flowers in full bloom can give off the celestial scents which filled my room on the night between July 25th and 26th, 1941, and the afternoon of September the 21st, 1942, precisely when a friend of ours was speaking about me to Father. I did not know that he'd left for San Giovanni Rotondo. And that's where it says as a footnote, Padre Pio founded a hospital, and that's very famous in southern Italy. It was founded from nothing, and the sheer force of Padre Pio's personality and his holiness led to building that children's hospital. On both occasions, Maria Valtorta continues, I later obtained the graces requested. The fragrance was perceived by Marta too, and that's Marta di Ciotti. It says in the footnote, she was born in Lucca in 1910 and lived alongside Maria Valtorta, caring for her with love from 1935 until the death of the infirm writer on October the 12th, 1961, that is the death of Maria Valtorta. She later conserved the keepsakes in the house in Viareggio. So Maria Valtorta continues about the scent that the fragrance that she perceived. It was so strong that it woke her, Marta, up. It then ceased as suddenly as it had come. But smelling perfume is a habitual matter. This morning as well, after my ruthless night of agony, I smelled it. Indeed, it awakened me from the sleep that had come upon me at dawn. It was 6 o'clock when it woke me up. The window was closed. I don't keep flowers in my room at night. I don't have perfumes. The door was closed, so no smell could penetrate from outside. It was like a column of perfume on the right-hand side of the bed. As it had come, it disappeared, leaving a sweetness in my heart. To say that it is the smell of this or that flower is to say little. All fragrances are in this perfume. The capillaries of fragrance are mixed, as if the souls of all flowers created were whirling in a heavenly roundel. Now those who know a bit about Padre Pio and the wonders that surrounded him do speak of this odour of sanctity. It's not just him, other saints produce this. And so their presence can sometimes be known, although they're not seen with the visible eye. They are known by the olfactory sense, one might say. You can simply smell the fragrance of beautiful flowers and know the saint is there or has been there. And this, as I say, has been characteristic of people's experiences supernaturally of Padre Pio.